podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, show recap prediction sports
in one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
What's going on, everybody? It's the EVP from the EVP Show, and we are live for your Raw Recap Show. We're live May 11th, 2026. I told you guys, I've been telling you guys, Backlash was great, like it really was, with the match times and less commercials and less ads and all that. But I told you guys, like, even on the Scoop Show, like, in all seriousness, like, WWE's kind of backed themselves into a corner with these 3 PLEs in 2 weeks, or in May. So Raymond, good to see you. If anybody is watching live here on the EVP Show through YouTube, if you don't mind, please hit that like button on the stream and sharing the post on X as well, as we are live on my YouTube channel, my X, and also on DWE Television X page. I'm good to see you, Raymond. But yeah, WWE's kind of backed themselves into a corner with these PLEs on top of each other. It's really, I mean, I guess they're doing a pretty good job so far with Saturday Night's Main Event. I didn't expect more than 4 matches for Saturday Night's Main Event anyway. We did get 2 matches made official tonight for Saturday Night's Main Event. Not really much going on for Raw next week besides, you know, I'm sure they're going to continue the Jacob Roman stuff, which is ultimately going to culminate at Italy. But Brie and Paige are going to defend against Raquel and Roxanne, which I think is going to be a lot of shenanigans involved in that next week. And then obviously, I don't know, it looks like Obafemi is running out of challengers, so I'm hoping that WWE does book him like a credible opponent for like Saturday Night Main Event or Italy one. Cause he's running out of options. I knew it's just open challenge thing was not gonna last very long. It's just hard to book 2 back-to-back events like that. Like, it just really is, and the crowd was really dead tonight. That didn't help. So for me, Raw wasn't great. It had a couple of good matches, but all in all, it just wasn't really that good. Hopefully, SmackDown's better. Like I said, they did make 2 matches official for Saturday Night's Main Event, which is good for me, I guess. Can go ahead and get started. Obviously, you know, next Wednesday will be my live Saturday Night Main Event prediction show. Hopefully, we have the other 2 matches by then. Because it's only going to be 4 matches, so I wouldn't think it's going to be more than that, but possibly 5. But we'll see. Might be 2 from Raw and 2 from SmackDown is what I'm thinking. I think it's going to be a little less low tier Saturday Night Main Event than normal, because I think Italy is going to be like the top tier match where you get the Cody Gunther and the Jacob Roman again, and all that. So, all right. This Raw was a 3 out of 10. The crowd was horrible. The crowd was fucking god awful. So before we get started, I have to keep talking about this, but if you guys watched the beginning of Raw, you know, and I've talked about this on several of my streams, like, and I'm just gonna continue to talk about it because I keep seeing it live on X, you know, on people's X page. WWE's still airing these reactions from these content creators, but they're shutting their shit down. They did it again to comment tonight. Obviously, when he was dressed up or had the face paint and looked like Danhausen, like, they need to cut it out. Like, if they're gonna use clips from them and put them on TV, then they need to chill out with like trying to take their page or trying to cut into their profit. I mean, you can see that they've had to change everything, especially him and Weezy, because now they have to literally, like, their thumbnails are just way different. Like, I don't know, they're making it very difficult on these big, huge content creator accounts. I guess it's the live streaming aspect of it. I don't know. What's going on? Been too good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you've been well. Love the profile picture. I don't think we could possibly see Rhea and Jade the Saturday night's main event. Like I said, I do think there's going to be 2 SmackDown matches to go with the 2 we just got from Raw tonight, but we'll see. We want to go ahead and get started. This is a 2.5 hour show, so we're going to run through it this as quick as possible. But if you are watching live, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, it's pinned at the top of my X page. Make sure you go up to the top of my X page and click on that link and hit that like and subscribe button. You'll be able to join me at least 5 days a week for content, and on the pay-per-view weeks, it's always 7 days of content. So I appreciate you guys. Obviously, LFG's kind of faded off a little bit. Understandable. The first week it really went crazy. But I do appreciate you guys, especially on the Raws and SmackDown. I've really been showing out for that. So thank you so much for that. Like I said, next week is a busy week. We got the Saturday Night's Main Event Prediction Show and the Saturday Night's Main Event Recap Show. And then the week after that, there will be no Sunday Scoops the last week of May. Because it looks like the Clash of Italy is going to be at I think 2 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if it'll be 1 or 3 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, which is going to put me doing my recap show for Clash of Italy somewhere around the same time as Scoops, the last Sunday of the month. So I won't be doing a Scoop show on the last Sunday of May. I'll still be doing my LFG show. It'll just be Clash of Italy recap show and LFG that last Sunday of the month. No Scoop shows. So yes, Io and Silver had a really good match. But I definitely agree. Bento, that was a phenomenal match. I just don't like what they're doing. There's just too many. I mean, it was a good win for Io. Soul looked great. But we're obviously building towards Soul and Becky. That's the match. I don't know, but I don't think it happened in the Saturday Night Main Event. I think it could happen in Italy. But what are we doing with yo, what's going on, brother? What's going on, Famous Davis? Make sure you follow him on X, and make sure you follow the Smoke Session Podcast on YouTube as well. What's up, brother? Appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot, man. Just grinding it out, man. Trying to do what I can do. Appreciate you, though. Make sure you follow Smoke Sessions Podcast on YouTube as well. I am on a hustle spree. I'll be trying to get it, man. These next 2 weeks are gonna be straight streaming. So appreciate you guys' support and everything you guys do. Make sure you guys follow them on X and Smoke Session Podcast on YouTube. They put out really good work, and I have an interview coming up with D'Lo Brown. Tune into that. Sorry about the noise. I'm inside of a building, so people are being loud and shit. What's going on, Nav God? Good to see you. Like I said, thank you for coming on to the Backlash Prediction Show. Thank you guys for the retweets and all that. The boosting. I had 1,300 people in here, so appreciate that a lot. Definitely appreciate that. And make sure you follow DWE Television also live. On X, and Talk It Up podcast on YouTube as well. Obviously, you saw the World of Greg and Kyle with the rundown. They did a phenomenal job earlier before Raw. Make sure you follow both of them, and Director Red from Boss Baby, Miami, the Kingpin is what I call him. And also After the Slam podcast as well. You got me taking notes and wondering how you get it done. Man, I don't know, bro. Y'all do it, bro. Y'all get the numbers. My YouTube numbers fluctuate, man. I just grind it out, bro, just every day. This coming week I have a couple of days off. But on PLE week, 7 days grinding it out. But I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are a motivation to me, and I think we all kind of motivate each other in some sort of way. So you guys are You guys are doing great work too. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get on. Do I think the Street Profits finally break up? It seems like it. It does. Like, we keep seeing Maxine. This is like the third or fourth time that we've seen Maxine with the Vision. I don't know. I feel like something's coming. Something funny is probably gonna happen at Saturday Night's main event. I don't know if it's gonna be a breakup. It could be. Like, it's possible. I think they probably should. I think Montez needs to go on a singles run, in my opinion. Just talking as a fan. Um, Possibly. I mean, it could possibly, but I think Maxine is going to play some sort of role. Or maybe Seth Rollins. I don't know. It seems like he's beeping with the Street Profits too, so it's going to be a lot of shenanigans in that match. I don't really think they win, but they could. We'll see. But I mean, yeah. I mean, a breakup wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't think, but it is, but I will see. That's a good question though. Now, guy. I think we're gonna see a lot of shenanigans this Saturday night main event though. Big facts. We got. Yeah, 100%, man. We got to back each other up. Appreciate you guys. I'll definitely be in there listening whenever you guys are talking to D-Lo, because that's my off day. Wednesday will be my first off day in I think 11 or 12 days. I did 2 streams yesterday, so the voice is still a little crackly. But yeah, the scoop show went on for like 2.5 hours. I have to learn to like cut the questions off at some point. The YouTube views suck for scoops, but my analytics, that's my very best show. Yeah, I just saw that. Just saw that. It seems like Scott are done. Definitely got to find that out, because dang, losing them would be tough. Yeah. He blacked out his Zach's page and was thanking everybody for sticking along. I don't know. I'm gonna have to text my guy after my stream and see. I don't know. I seen it too. So yeah, I definitely gonna be trying to find that out to see. I mean, are they gone too? I mean, I know Asuka's not done for good. I do know that for sure. I talked to my guy today about that, but she's going to Japan she got some personal business to handle over there. She'll be back probably, I don't know, probably after SummerSlam. She's going to take a long break, but she will be back. She's not retiring. She's definitely not leaving the company, but Les Garza, that definitely doesn't look good for them, for sure. Yeah. Asuka needs an IC in the U.S. title. I agree. And she never had a WrestleMania win. So I'm like I said, I did talk to my guy earlier today, because obviously for Scoop yesterday I didn't get much of a chance because Backlash was this weekend. But Asuka just going on a long break. She's got some personal stuff. I don't know what that personal stuff is, but she's got a lot of stuff going on. She needs to go back to Japan for a while. But she'll be back. I heard maybe sometime before Survivor Series. I don't know. We'll see, but she definitely needs to win the IC title, US title. If she comes back sooner, she could be she's gonna be a face. So WWE is all over the place right now. Like, they're having to try to book these 2 PLEs. And they got Liv Morgan, but they got Stephanie, she's hurt. Io just got a big win over Sol tonight. You're gonna have Sol and Becky. That's the feud that they're definitely going to that. I don't think it happens Saturday Night event, but could happen in Italy. I think that's where Sol wins the Intercontinental Championship off of Becky. But what are they gonna do with Liv? Like, you got Io, but you're not building up anything. You got Liv out there, doing their tomfoolery and stuff with the tag titles, and I don't think that's going to change hands until Nikki comes back. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking you guys out Wednesday. Like I said, I may have an open spot for Clash of Italy. One of the people, I don't know if they're going to make it. So I know that Kyle from DWE will be on there. So I definitely want to make sure that Italy have a full show. I love to keep people I have a couple of people for like to back up and stuff, but you just never know. People drop, people have stuff come up. So. But let's go ahead and get started. Thank you guys so much for the retweets and stuff. I see 200 views. So I know you guys must be pumping it up. Appreciate that. If you guys are watching live on YouTube, please hit that like button. That definitely helps me out. My scoop show gets the worst views, but it is the best analytic wise because it gets the most likes. And I had over 180 something questions yesterday, so thank you guys for that. So Raw tonight, like I said, probably a 3 out of 10 for me, honestly. But we'll run through it. It was live from Knoxville, Tennessee, Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. We have Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary. So it started off with highlights shown from this past Saturday WWE Backlash. And then you seen the pre-show rivals, obviously, of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Paige and Brie Bella over Femi. Love like they're going crazy, but the crowd still suck tonight. Over Femi is ready for another open challenge. Io Sky is showing signing autographs. She'll be taking on Sol Ruka tonight. Jeff Henry arrived with the Street Profits as they will take on the Vision. The WWE Raw Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns will try to make Jacob Fatu acknowledge him in an acknowledgement ceremony. I knew that wasn't going to happen. So at the very beginning, we have seen the black SUV, and when we see that, you know it's Roman Reigns. So, bro, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys' support. I really did. It means a lot. People only want to hear what they want. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I do what I do, man. People come in, like, I seem to get the same people, but, they keep coming back. So, I just keep grinding it out, man. But the black SUV pulls in, and it is the WWE Raw World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. He gets out of the SUV, and Raw General Manager Adam Pearce quickly walks up to him. Adam Pearce says Jacob Fatu went wild on Saturday, hitting his referees, his agents, and himself. Adam Pearce isn't sure did Jacob deserve to be here at all. Roman Reigns asked, where is his Raw Heavyweight Championship? And some stagehand runs over there with Roman's title. I guess Roman's title has its own plane, which is what's crazy. Roman Reigns tells Adam Pearce that he isn't firing Fatu. Roman Reigns cleared the way for Fatu to be here. He'll be the one who takes him out. Because Adam Pearce did not want to let Fatu come back at all. Roman Reigns walks off and into the locker room that says the OTC on it. So the Vision kicks off Monday Night Raw. We've seen Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Brian Breaker, and the advocate himself, or what do they call him, the Oracle, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman greets the crowd, introduces himself. As tradition would have it, they're supposed to open the show. On a high note, Heyman says, live from the inbred capital of Eastern Tennessee, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Paul's always saying some crazy shit. Crowd boos. Heyman says they're an unappreciative audience, but they should appreciate the pure talent in the ring. The talent was demonstrated on Saturday at Backlash with Brian Breaker, which leads to a rhetorical question. Who's not ready now? Obviously, that's what Seth said about Brian. The answer to that question is Seth freaking Rollins. On Saturday night at Backlash, Rollins was not ready for the physical onslaught of Brian Breaker. A year ago, Rollins wasn't ready for the wisdom of the wise man. Now, Rollins will never have a vision of victory over them. Heyman wants to expunge from the history of the Vision that Rollins was ever among them. There will never be a reason they should mention his name again. So he said, let's talk about the tag team champions, Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Heyman tells Theory to air his many grievances. Theory says they have a 6-man tag tonight, but he wants to talk about the Street Profits. He said they always put their nose into their business. they want, and then he said they need the tag team championships because Bianca Belair can't pay the bills anymore. That's really a low blow there. So then we get the Street Profits. I'll interrupt. I would have been interrupting too if I would have been Montez after hearing that. Montez Ford greets the crowd. They get in the ring. He says he's here because his wife can no longer take care of the bills. But since she's busy with the baby, somebody had to come to Monday Night Raw and whoop their asses all over Tennessee. Montez Ford said Theory and Paul always think it's about them. When they came back to Raw, they had one goal: the Raw World Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits are always up, and they want the smoke. Logan Paul starts to speak. Crowd not allowing it. Logan Paul says he's gonna say something nice. Everyone knows that the Street Profits are a legendary tag team, but they're old news. Logan says the biggest thing Ford has done in the last 6 months is organize a baby shower. His girl is better than he is. I'm talking about Bianca again. The Vision is ready to bring the smoke anytime and anywhere. Ron Breaker and Theory were born ready. Paul was ready before he was even born. Logan Paul says he was ready before he was even born. So then we get Joe Henry. We're still with this whole concert thing, like singing. He appears at ringside, starts to sing Paul, can we fire Logan Paul? Playing stuff the wrong way. Like with old Joe. I don't know why they keep doing that. Oh man, I hate when my phone does this. I have all these freaking notes. Crazy. Alright, so obviously, like I said, we had Joe Henry coming up. So let's get to the match. It's the 6-man tag match division. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Brian Breaker versus the Street Profits, Angela Dawkins, Montez Ford, and Joe Henry. Sorry, I'm in a restaurant type place, so it's gonna be a little loud. Sorry about that, guys. The referee is Chad Patton. So Angela Dawkins takes it to Austin Theory, hits a step up into Theory for 2 count. Theory quickly stomps Dawkins' foot, tags Logan Paul in. Theory holds Dawkins' arms as Logan Paul hits a body strike. Logan sends Dawkins to the corner and goes for an avalanche, but Dawkins sidesteps him. Montez Ford tags in and drop kicks Paul down. Brian Breaker runs in, hits the ropes at an insane speed, like he was flying, lightning fast. Hits a lightning clothesline on Ford. Brian Breaker has blind tagged in. Brian Breaker hooks the head and hits a vertical suplex. Brian Breaker pulls Montez Ford's shoulders off the mat. Breaker bounces Ford's head off the top of the turnbuckle and tags Logan Paul in. Brian Breaker gives Ford a military press before throwing him into an uppercut from Logan Paul for a 2 count. A Logan sucks chant picks up from the crowd. Logan Paul pushes Ford into the ropes for a clothesline to pick up another 2 count. Paul quickly transitions to a rear chin lock. Montez Ford quickly fights up, but Logan Paul punches him and knocks Dawkins off the apron. Logan Paul misses an avalanche. Joe Henry tags in. Joe Henry takes it to Paul and hits a fallaway slam. Henry pops up, gets the crowd going, turns for his pose. Theory runs in, so Henry catches him for a fallaway slam, but Logan Paul attacks him. Logan Paul punches away at Henry before tagging in Breaker. Breaker hits Henry with a nice release German suplex. Joe Henry then ends up taking Logan Paul down with a vertical suplex. Montez Ford tags in and hits Theory with a big cross-body block. Montez Ford knocks Breaker and Logan Paul off the apron. Montez flips through a back suplex and hits a clothesline. Breaker runs in, but Montez sends him to the apron and knocks him down. Montez hits Breaker with a somersault senton and sticks the landing. Montez kicks Theory down and goes to the top rope, but Theory moves. Montez Ford rolls through. Theory goes for a rolling thunder drop kick, but Ford countered with a power slam for a 2 count. Theory knocks Ford back and Dawkins tags in. Dawkins puts Theory in the electric chair. Montez Ford heads to the top rope, but Logan Paul, knocks him to the floor. Dawkins punches Logan Paul down. Henry charges Paul at ringside. Logan Paul sends him into the ring steps. Austin Theory punches Dawkins and knocks him out of the ring. Breaker runs around the ring, but out of nowhere is Seth freaking Rollins. He clotheslines Braun to the floor, and then Austin Theory reaches out of the ring for Rollins, but Angelo Dawkins rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. So the winner by pinfall is the Street Profits and Joe Henry with an assist from Seth Rollins. Theory quickly attacks Angelo Dawkins after the match. Seth Rollins gets in the ring and attacks. Seth Rollins sends Austin Theory out of the ring and helps Dawkins to his feet. Breaker runs in and hits Dawkins with a spear, and it was meant for Rollins. Rollins super kicks Breaker out of the ring. Vision quickly retreat, but then Montez Ford gets in the ring, and him and Seth Rollins get into a shoving match. So there's, I think something's going to culminate there with Saturday Night Main Event. So then we go backstage with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce. He's backstage with the original El Grande Americano, Bruto, and Julio Credo. Obviously, it's the Creed brothers. AAA Mega Champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Women's World Champion WWE Women's Raw World Champion Liv Morgan walk up and make fun of Los Americanos. It appears that Mysterio is going to put the AAA Mega Championship on the line tonight against the original El Grande Americano, and Liv and Dom are not happy. Los Gardas was Davis was just talking about come up to Pierce and want to discuss an opportunity away from SmackDown, which I guess I don't know, maybe done. In the arena, we get the WWE Intercontinental Champion Penta makes his way to the ring. Penta said someone has been bringing up his title, so he calls him out. Out comes all ego Ethan Page. This match, I thought they might do a fatal 4-way, but I would rather see it just one-on-one. Ethan is destined, I think, to win this title. Ethan Page says Penta has the audacity to tell him to say something to his face when he hides behind a mask. Ethan Page said he doesn't need to do that. He's all ego and comes from the greatest country in the world, Canada. Last week, he pinned the Intercontinental Champion. In his brain, that would make him the #1 contender for the title. But Penta's probably afraid of losing to him again. Penta said he's not afraid of defending his title against him. He wants to fight right now. Ethan Page tells him to hold his horses and pump the brakes. Ethan Page says he's not ready to fight tonight. Penta's holding the Intercontinental Championship. A token of excellence, Ethan Page says. Every megastar in WWE history has held it to prove his point. Ethan Page is a megastar and needs a spotlight. So Ethan Page challenges him to a match on May 23rd at Saturday night's main event for the Intercontinental Championship, and it is official at Saturday night's main event. Ethan Page will challenge Penta for that Intercontinental Championship. Penta says if Page wants the title, he has to work hard. Penta is ready for a war and will face him anywhere. And then out comes the Bulgarian brute himself, Rusev. His music hits, he comes out. Rusev is talking to Ethan Page. Page says something to him about Javon Evans, saying he was going to beat him. Page getting the Intercontinental Championship before him. Doesn't sit well with him, Rusev said. They both won last week. But Rusev bounced Penta's head off the desk. Ethan Page goes to agree, but Rusev growls he's not done yet. Page quickly backs down. Rusev says Page needs to step aside before he finds a new thing to amuse him. Page says he told this to Adam Pearce, but Javon Evans burst in and said Rusev doesn't deserve a title match since he can't even beat him. And then out comes the young OG himself, Javon Evans. He interrupts and comes down to the ring saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he called it, so Javon told Ethan Page, said, your ugly ass is lying. Javon didn't say anything to Pearce, even if Rusev can't beat him. Ethan Page pushes Evans into Rusev. Penta super kicks Page and knocks him out of the ring before hitting a plancha. Evans sends Rusev out of the ring, hits a suicide dive, and Penta and Evans start doing their the Penta dance in the middle of the ring. Javon Evans was doing a pretty good job with that Penta dance. He been practicing, so that was a pretty funny segment. So when I come back from commercial, obviously we get one-on-one Rusev, one-on-one versus the young OG, Javon Evans, referee is Danilo and Fabio. We join this matchup. Rusev quickly knees Evans in the midsection to take him down. Rusev punches Evans and clubs his spine. Rusev beats Evans down and shouts at him. Evans blocks a right hand and punches Rusev back. Rusev reverses a whip and hits a spinning wheel kick. Rusev celebrates and taunts the crowd. Rusev connects with a pair of vertical suplexes. Javon holds his back and pulls himself up in the corner. Rusev talks trash to Evans and pushes him down in the corner. Rusev knees him in the midsection and puts him on the top rope. Rusev goes to the second rope, but Evans fights him back. Javon punches and headbutts Rusev down to the mat before booting him back up. Javon leaps to the top rope and has a twisted senton. Evans grabs Rusev and hits him forearm before bouncing off the top rope into a Hurricane Rana. Javon then drop kicks him out of the ring. Evans sizes Rusev up and hits the ropes for a suicide dive. But Rusev punches him and he comes through the ropes. Rusev then hits Evans with a fallaway slam onto the commentary table. Rusev is challenging Evans to hit him harder. Rusev shouts, "You got nothing." Rusev shoves him into the corner and charges, but Evans sidesteps him. Evans super kicks Rusev and hits a clothesline. Evans kicks and punches Rusev before kicking him in the neck. Evans goes to the apron and hits a springboard, diving clothesline for a 2 count. Rusev quickly grabs Evans and clubs him in the kidneys. Rusev sends him into the ropes, but Evans responds with a super kick. Evans goes for a double jump attack, but Rusev grabs him and hits a Uranagi. Thank you guys, famous and now God, I know you guys are pumping the numbers up there. Shout out to everybody at 400 and almost 500 people watching live, so thank you guys for that. Rusev connects with a Machka kick for count 2. Rusev cannot believe he didn't get the pin there and shouts. He said he's a freaking child. Rusev said it's time to crush. Javon rolls onto his back and kicks Rusev. Evans hits a red dot, knocking Rusev out of the ring. Javon hits the ropes and dives over the top rope onto Rusev. Evans gets in the ring and hits the OG cutter. Evans holds his back in pain before covering for the 1, 2, 3. Appreciate that, brother. Like I said, make sure you guys follow Smoke Session Podcast on X and give them a subscription on YouTube. Running numbers up. Appreciate you, brother. We got. Sorry, I had to go roll. Oh, you're good, brother. Shout out to 500 people that we have watching live. So Javon Evans, yes, all ego. He has to. I think he has to win the title at the Saturday Night Main Event. Javon Evans gets the pinfall victory over Rusev tonight. So then they show some members of the Tennessee Volunteers showing at ringside. WWE loves to do that. Then we get a video of the history of the AAA Mega Championship, which Dominic Mysterio has had for 200 plus days. I believe it's like 240 something days. So he's been the AAA Mega Champion for a while. Tonight, the AAA Mega Championship will be defended for the first time ever on WWE Raw, as Dirty Dominic Mysterio will defend it against the original El Grande Americano. So then we go to a backstage segment. Io Sky, obviously, the speculations running rampant about Asuka, but she isn't leaving WWE. She will be back. Io Sky was warming up backstage when Asuka walked up to her. They embraced. Asuka said she was looking for someone to take over her position. She's so glad it was Io Sky. Asuka says she's so proud of her. Io Sky looks like she's about to cry. Says even if they fight, they'll always be family. Io Sky sadly says goodbye, Asuka-san. Asuka says see you later. She didn't say goodbye. She says see you later. So they embrace and Asuka kisses her on her head, and then you can see Asuka leaving the backstage arena out the door with her suitcase. But Io Sky will go 1-on-1 with Sol Ruka tonight. That match cooked. So, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Brie Bella and Paige make their way down to the ring. Pretty good pop for them. The crowd was just, I don't know, the crowd was just kind of a killer tonight for me. They're in the ring. They said they're ready for the fight. And then we get the Judgment Day coming out. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez head to the ring. Roxanne Perez says they were great when they were younger. Roxanne says she remembers meeting Brie Bella when she was younger and being told she'll carry on the legacy of the Bella twins. That meant everything to Perez until she realized how low the bar was really set. Brie Bella said Roxanne Perez's mom is the only one more disappointed in her than she is. Roxanne did not like that. Raquel Rodriguez holds Roxanne back and insults Paige. Says something about someone has had several chances in the company, always messing up, and everybody's just waiting for her to mess up again. So they attacked the Judgment Day. What's going on, Def Comedy Jam? How you doing, brother? Raquel holds I'm sorry. They attacked the Judgment Day until from behind the Women's Raw champion, the Morgan comes in and hits Paige with a code breaker. That was interesting. She's involved in that instead of setting up something for her title. Coming up, which I think WWE needs to do something with that. Shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. We got 600 people watching. It's absolutely crazy. It's the Judgment Day. Take out Brie Bella and Paige. So then we go inside the OTC1, the Raw Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns' locker room. Roman is thinking about the night ahead when Jimmy Uso walks up. Jimmy wants to know what Roman Reigns is thinking. Roman says he beat Jacob, so he has to acknowledge him. They have to be men of their word or they will lose everything, Roman said. Jimmy says he's gonna. Well, Roman asked Jimmy first where Jay was, and he told me he was in the parking lot waiting on Jacob. So Jimmy says he's gonna go find Jey Uso. And then we get another video. The AAA Mega Champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio says he's done everything and surpassed his deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio. So they really hyped up that AAA championship tonight in the match. He calls him Zaddy. So Io Sky, yeah, you guys are funny. Io Sky makes her way down to the ring. She will be going one-on-one versus Sol Ruka. For me, definitely the best match of the night. I mean, the Dominic match was pretty good, but Io and Sol cooked. They did show a video about Rhea Ripley, which I've already kind of went through that. They did that on NXT. It's like an NXT Chronicle type thing. Really good video package on Rhea Ripley and her journey all the way to NXT to the main roster. Last week on Raw, Sol Ruka signed with Raw before being attacked by WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. Sol Ruka hit her with a soul snatcher that she kind of botched, by the way, but she recovered okay. So we get Io Sky versus Sol Ruka with the referee being none other than Jessica Carr. They lock up and Sol Ruka hits a waistlock takedown. Io Sky fights up and applies a hammerlock. Sol Ruka twists out and wrenches her arm. Io Sky gets away and drops down, but Sol Ruka cartwheels over her before doing a handstand into a head scissor takeover. Sol Ruka counters a wheelbarrow attempt, but Io Sky fights back. Sol Ruka lifts Io Sky and slams her onto her face. Sol Ruka does some handstands until Io Sky pushes her off and hits a drop kick. Io Sky hits a snap mare and applies a rear chin lock. Io Sky transitions into a side headlock. Sol Ruka tries to throw her off, but Io Sky holds on. So Ruka soon gets her on the apron and goes for a moonsault block to the floor, but she rolls through when Io Sky moves. Io Sky comes off the apron with a flying Hurricane Rana. Io Sky is fired up. She's doing the ears thing. Io Sky gets Sol Ruka into the ring, but Sol Ruka knocks her down and hits a springboard corkscrew plancha. And then Sol Ruka knocks Io Sky off the top rope, but Io Sky quickly hits her with a Showtie uppercut and climbs to the top rope. Io Sky hits a top rope Spanish fly, but Sol Ruka kicks out at 2. They then begin to trade punches from their knees as the crowd starts a "This is awesome" chant. Io Sky punches Ruka down with the uppercut, so Ruka ducks a kick and hits a sit down power bomb for a count of 2. Io Sky goes to the apron and twists to kick her in the face. Io Sky comes off the ropes with a missile dropkick before doing a pair of flips. Io Sky gets the crowd going and goes for a bullet train attack, but Sol Ruka moves. Sol Ruka hits double knees to the back and rolls her up, but Io Sky rolls through and hits a double stomp, but Sol kicks out at 2. Io Sky positions Sol Ruka and goes to the top rope. Sol Ruka pops up and knocks her down. Io Sky fights back and goes for a springboard, but Sol Ruka moves. Sol Ruka delivers another boot, knocks her down, and she heads to the top rope. Sol Ruka hits a cartwheel on the top rope into a DDT for a count of 2. The crowd is fired up. "This is awesome" chants the whole time. Io Sky knocks her down and hits an inverted bullet train attack before hitting the traditional. Io Sky goes to the top rope over the moonsault, but Sol Ruka gets her knees up, and then Sol Ruka, I don't know. For me, I didn't really like the Soul Snatcher attempt. She was way too far away from her, but she goes for the Soul Snatcher. Io Sky puts the brakes on and does a reverse roll up for the 1, 2, 3. Io Sky has defeated Sol Ruka, but it was a hell of a match. Sol was a little disappointed, but she's lost 2 matches so far on the main roster, but they've been to Io Sky, Liv Morgan, so nothing to be disappointed about. She's about to win the Intercontinental Championship, so Io Sky celebrates before helping Sol Ruka up. Embracing, yes, they hug. Io Sky gives her like applause. Io Sky holds Sol Ruka's arm up. Yeah, I thought Becky Lynch would probably get involved here. I was a little surprised that she didn't. But I'm glad that WWE gave us a clean finish there. So video, the footage is shown of the wild post-match attack from Jacob Fatu, what he did to Roman Reigns after Roman Reigns defeated him at Backlash. So then we go to a parking garage segment where we see main event Jey Uso is pacing around when Jimmy Uso walks up to him. They don't think that Jacob Fatu is going to acknowledge Roman. Jimmy says Jimmy will be in the ring with Roman, he tells Jey. He also says the family can be stressful, but that's why they're here. And obviously that was a really good segment. It's really hard to see where they're going with this. I mean, it kind of looks like, I know they're doing Roman Jacob again, but one of the Usos, I can't tell which one it is. I think they're trying to throw us off. I mean, because Jey kind of seems like he's a little bit more aggressive, but is it going to be Jey? I feel like Roman's going to have to go through the entire family if we are going to finally get to that Rock Roman match. So give CJ and the entire WWE television their respect out here, gonna thank you, brother. Yeah, you guys are killing it too. Appreciate the pumping up of the numbers. 741 people. Definitely never had that for a Raw. So I know you guys helped me out a lot on the Backlash prediction show. I think between my page and WWE television and YouTube, I think we got close to 1,500. So appreciate you guys for that. If you guys are watching live on YouTube, please make sure you hit the like button on the stream as well. All right, so we saw the video from Backlash for the John Cena Classic Championship where he said that we're going to get some dream matches from the main roster on NXT, but ultimately it's going to come down to a vote. I don't know from the reports I've seen from Fightful that nothing's been set in stone concrete on when this is going to happen. I thought this maybe could be something they could do a Saturday night main event, so they wouldn't have to worry about telling any stories, booking any matches. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So then we get Michael Cole and obviously Corey Graves talking about they're going to be commentating at Clash at Italy. Obviously, I think it's going to be at either 3 p.m. Eastern or 2 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be on super early, and it's going to be on Sunday as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I will be done with my recap. Obviously, I'll have to come back for LFG that night. But I won't have to do scoop that Sunday. So I can watch the PLE, recap it, and then watch LFG. And my LFG recaps are usually really short. So on the John Cena Classic, like I said, I don't have any information on it. I don't think they put out any information. Fightful said that it's still unclear when that stuff's gonna happen. So we'll see. But I like the idea. We're gonna get to see some dream matches that everybody's been wanting to see. But on May 23rd, a Saturday night main event, Penta will defend the Intercontinental Championship. And don't forget to tune in next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern for my Saturday night's main event prediction show. There's 2 matches that have been announced so far. Penta will defend the Intercontinental Championship against All Ego Ethan Page. And then the Street Profits will also challenge for the WWE World Tag Team Championship against Logan Paul and Austin Theory. So we got to a backstage interview. The Street Profits are asked about their title match, but Seth Rollins walked up and said, "You guys are wanting to go for the titles." Montez Ford isn't happy. Montez Ford said, people say Rollins can't be trusted. I don't know what just happened. Don't know what just happened. My phone just messed up again. Sorry, guys. I have all these. I gotta start when I'm done tonight. I'm gonna take like a couple hours and just start deleting all these videos and stuff from all these past streams. It's really like clogging up my phone. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so backstage interview, Street Profits are asked about the title match. Seth walks up. Montez isn't happy. Montez said, people say Rollins can't be trusted. They don't need him to win the tag titles. Montez Ford walks off, and Dawkins looks at him. So, now, God, you could be right. We could be headed for a Street Profits split. You could be right. I think you could be right. I didn't even catch that. So we get into backstage segment. Obafemi is walking backstage, and he is getting ready for the Obafemi Open Challenge. I think you're right, bro. I think the Street Profits, I think we're going to see it. Does seem like it since we had that little stare down. I don't think they're winning the titles. I think something crazy is going to happen. So before the Obafemi Challenge, we get Sol Ruka backstage. She's standing backstage when EF Guy comes up and tells Sol Ruka she is the future of the company. And I agree. Sol Ruka is absolutely phenomenal. If you guys haven't watched her, I've been following NXT for a while. I'm a big NXT fan, so Sol Ruka is the real deal for sure. So Io tells her she is the future and that they will fight again. And I'm sure they will. A lot. Io Sky walks off, and then the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch comes up. Becky Lynch laughs at the thought that Sol Ruka is the next big thing since she couldn't even beat Io Jannetty. She called her Io Jannetty, a.k.a. Marty Jannetty from the Rockers. That was fucking hilarious. Becky Lynch laughs and walks off, and Sol Ruka rolls her eyes. We are definitely headed for a Becky Lynch Sol Ruka match. I don't think it happens at Saturday Night Main Event because I don't think we get more than 4 matches. Oh, we're about to hit that 1K, bro. We're gonna get it to 1K. That's your favorite number, right? 1K? Or, I don't know. I'm just guessing. I hate when people are messaging me on X when I'm trying to do this. I don't know what your favorite number is, but I think it's 1K. You talk about it in the chat a lot, so I think it might be 1K. So the ruler of Femi heads to the ring for another open challenge. I think besides Roman, he probably got the biggest pop of the night. He's super over right now, and like I said, I think this open challenge is about to go still. So they need to come up with something pretty quick. And I think that it is 1,000, right? Famous, like I think that is your favorite number, because I think you say 1K all the time. I mean, we're getting there. We're at 826, which is fucking crazy. Oh, it's 420. Oh, your favorite number is 420. I got you. But you about to hit over 1K. Got you. Oh, yeah, we already passed the 420. And then we got to watch the Raw rundown. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm on my 420. Got you. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So the time has come for another open challenge. But Raw General, I mean, I'm almost done. We only have probably about 15, 20 minutes left of this anyway. I usually only go about an hour or so. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce comes out and says we're excited for the open challenge, but no one in the back is willing to answer the challenge. Obafemi is pissed the hell off. Adam Pearce says the Obafemi open challenge is canceled for tonight. Obafemi is not happy and charges up the alleyway and tells Adam Pearce he can't do his job and goes backstage. Obafemi finds Angel and Berto before he just absolutely started meleeing them backstage and right outside the gorilla area. He starts attacking them and he carried Berto to the ring before slamming Angel into the LED apron. Obafemi puts both of them in the ring and demands the referee to ring the bell. This was terrible. So it's a 2-on-1 handicap match. It could have been 4 of them against Oba, and I think they still would have lost. Obafemi against Los Garza, Angel and Berto. The referee was Danilo and Fabio again. The bell rings. Obafemi runs wild on Los Garza, running back and forth across the ring to hit them with several running uppercuts. Obafemi throws Angel over Berto's head. Femi then throws Berto and hits him with the fall from grace for the 1, 2, 3. Another short night and short work for the Obafemi Open Challenge. They said it's going to continue next week. Could we see Sheamus? We haven't seen him on WWE television in a while. Has to be somebody credible because Oba's running out of mid-carders and jobbers to. I mean, I'm not calling Angel them that, but I don't think they're that. But obviously, I just saw the tweet, so like, I'm like, they're gonna have to do something. They gotta get somebody credible for Oba. Hopefully next week. So we get another video from original El Grande Americano. Says he'll be the new king of luchadors when he beats Dirty Dominic Mysterio for AAA Mega Championship tonight. They really were hyping that up. So then the AAA Mega Champion and former WWE Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dominic Mysterio is walking backstage with JD McCrispy, JD McDonough, JD McNugget. Finn Balor comes from behind and attacks JD McDonough and throws him over a table. Mysterio looks on, doesn't know what the hell to think. Finn Balor tells Mysterio he will have to go in alone tonight. There will be no JD McDonough to help him. Mysterio tells Finn Balor he said he has gold to defend, something Finn Balor wouldn't know anything about. And Mysterio walks off. And he makes his way to the ring. We get to match for the first time ever on WWE Raw. Is for the AAA Mega Championship. Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus original El Grande Americano. Referee is Eddie Oringo. So the first time it's ever been defended on Raw. Americano starts it off, taking it to Dominic Mysterio. Hits a Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Americano works on Mysterio's arm and sends him to the corner. Mysterio gives him the boot. Americano goes for a monkey flip, but Mysterio turns him onto the top rope. Americana quickly grabs the arm and hangs over the top rope to stretch it out, but Americana releases before being disqualified. Americana pulls Mysterio onto the apron and goes for a German suplex, but Mysterio elbows him away. Mysterio then hits a monkey flip into the top of the ring post. That was pretty impressive. Mysterio knocks Americana into position, but Americana avoids. Dominic goes for the 619, but Americana ducks out of the way. Americana hits an angle slam before heading to the top rope for a moonsault. 1, 2, and Dominic kicks out at 2 3/4. Mysterio counters a German suplex with a roll-up attempt, but Americana sits on his shoulders for a 2 count. Dominic quickly scales the ropes for a deep arm drag before hitting a Michinoku driver for a 2 count. Mysterio goes for a slingshot senton bomb, but El Grande Americano moves. Americana hits an overhead belly-to-belly suplex into a turnbuckle before hitting a nasty dragon suplex for a count of 2. Americana heads to the top rope, but Rayo and Bravo run down. El Grande Americana also runs down and attacks original Americana. Mysterio hits a tornado DDT and the OG Americano for a 2 count. But Los Hermanos Americanos run down, which is the Creeds, and attack Rayo and Bravo. They fight all the way into the crowd, so now they have been taken out of the match, but still the other Americana is still down there. In the ring, OG Americano goes for an ankle lock, but he's distracted by the other Americano. There's too many damn Grande Americanos to keep up with. The OG rips at the mask, and while he's distracted and holding him up, like El Grande's face is laying through the middle rope. I guess he's being held there by the other Grande Americano. Mysterio hits the OG with the 619 and gets up and hits a monster frog splash off the top rope for the 1, 2, 3, and still 242 plus days and counting now. Still your AAA Mega Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So also, they talk about what's going to go down next Monday on Raw. Obviously, I'll be live for you back here on the EVP show next Monday at 11 p.m. Eastern. On Raw, Brie Bella and Paige will defend the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship against Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, and the Obafemi Open Challenge will also return next week. So we get a backstage segment. Jackie Redmond catches up with World Tag Team Champions Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Obviously, like I said, you can see Maxine Dupree actually sitting in the vehicle waiting on them. So this is like the 4th time they've shown this, her with them. So something's about to happen with that. But Jackie Redmond catches up with them, and Logan Paul says if he has to listen to Joe Henry's song again, he'll Van Gogh himself and cut his ears off. She asks Theory about the Street Profits. Theory walks away, but Maxine Dupree is waiting in the vehicle. Austin Theory tells Logan Paul, let's go get a steak. And Logan Paul says, I love steak. So Maxine Dupree was sitting there. Like you can see it on Twitter. Obviously, she was sitting there. You can see her playing on her phone. And I did follow you guys on X with the smoke shut session. I don't know if you guys followed me back. I think y'all did, but just letting you know, I did follow you guys. So we get to the last segment of the match. The last segment of the night. I'm sorry. And shout out to we're right at 900. Thank you guys so much. We just hit 900 viewers. So thank you guys for that. So we get to the last, the acknowledgement ceremony was supposed to be, but it didn't turn out that way. The WWE Roman Reigns successfully defended that championship against Jacob Fatu at Backlash. He makes his way down to the ring with Jimmy Uso. Crowd is going crazy for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gets on the mic and says, Knoxville, Tennessee acknowledge me. His favorite thing. And then we go to the backstage area and we see Jacob Fatu drive into the ring. Jey Uso is trying to warn him, walking all the way through Gorilla. Tells him, Uso, like, think about what you're doing, like this is family. Says you're going to go out there and create more problems for him and the family. Jey tells him to be smart about this. Jacob Fatu is walking with purpose backstage and heads into the gorilla position. Jey stands in front of him and says, look, and then he puts his hand on Jacob to try to stop him, like tries to get his attention, but Jacob is having none of it at all. Jey stands in front of Fatu and tells him to be smart. And then Jacob Fatu viciously headbutts Jey Uso twice. Knocks him to the ground. Jacob Fatu looks into the camera. Obviously, Roman and Jimmy are able to see all this as they have the camera up back there. Through the ring. Fatu looks into the camera and says he is not here to. He said, hell no, he's not here to acknowledge Roman Reigns. He said Roman Reigns will have to beat the acknowledgement out of him. Thank you guys so much. We have hit 1,000 viewers. Appreciate you guys for that. So Jacob Fatu's music hits and he heads to the ring. Jimmy Uso meets him in the hallway, but Jacob Fatu uppercuts him and drives him into the metal barricade. Jacob Fatu sneers and heads toward the ring where Roman Reigns is waiting for him. A Jacob Fatu chant picks up all through the crowd. They love Jacob. He's going to be a mega. He's already a megastar, but he's going to be big. Fatu gets in the ring, and him and Roman immediately begin brawling. Roman Reigns bounces Fatu up the top turnbuckle. Jacob fights back and hits the ropes for a vicious running elbow. Jacob hits the ropes and clotheslines Roman over the top rope. Jacob goes for a suicide dive, but Roman Reigns cuts him off with a Superman punch. Roman Reigns goes under the ring, grabs a steel chair. Roman Reigns hits Jacob Fatu in the spine with the steel chair 5 times and tells him to acknowledge him or he's out of here. Roman Reigns drives the edge of the chair into Fatu several times before smashing it onto his midsection. Roman Reigns sets up for a spear, but Jacob Fatu super kicks him. Jacob Fatu then, like he did at Backlash so many different times, applies the Tongan death grip before shoving him over the top rope. Jacob is snapped. Jacob Fatu then crushes Roman Reigns with a suicide dive. Jacob Fatu sends him into the ring post and asks, acknowledge what? Fatu shouts that Reigns left him and his family out before booting him in the head. Jacob Fatu drives Roman Reigns into the steel steps as the crowd chants, we want tables. So it's definitely going to be some sort of stipulation match with them two. It's got to be. I quit, last man standing, something like that. Jacob Fatu clears the commentary table to a huge pop from the fans. Roman Reigns fires back and hits Jacob Fatu with another Superman punch. But Roman is gasping for breath, obviously from the Tongan death grip, before going for another Superman punch, but Jacob Fatu catches him again with the Tongan death grip. Jacob Fatu headbutts Roman Reigns before hitting a powerbomb through a massive powerbomb through the commentary table. Fatu is looking absolutely crazy. WWE officials run down. Jacob Fatu puts the Tongan death grip on Roman Reigns and drags him around the ringside area. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce shouts at Fatu, but Fatu jumps onto Reigns with another Tongan death grip. Fatu gets in the ring and picks up the WWE Raw World Heavyweight Championship. He looks at it, and Jacob Fatu licks. I'm talking about licks, like he actually licked it like it was a sucker, a lollipop, or ice cream. Licks the World Heavyweight Championship and holds it up. Fatu looks into the camera and turns and charges around again. And obviously the Usos are out there at that point in time to check on Roman. And Jacob Fatu runs all the way around the side of the ring and drives Roman Reigns and the Usos through the barricade. And he starts to dance around. That was a crazy ending segment. And I talked about it in the chat. That was in on X. I saw Roman was cut. So I don't know when it happened, but it was right here on the bottom of his elbow. I think it happened right there. If that is how Raw ends, guys. Jacob Fatu stands tall. He literally obliterated Roman Reigns tonight and the Usos. So we're definitely headed for a rematch for that Raw Heavyweight Championship with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. I'm not going to... Raw wasn't... I'd probably give it a 5. I just think that... I mean, the Jacob Roman stuff was really good. The Io Soul stuff was good. The Dominic match was pretty good. I'm looking forward to Penta and Ethan Page. The stuff with the Vision is okay. Hopefully we get some sort of resolution out of that. But I think the crowd, for the most part, besides at the end and during the Io match, was just pretty much dead tonight. But this has been your Raw recap, guys, live on Monday, May 11th, 2026. Shout out to the 1,155 people watching live. Thank you to Famous Davis, Now God. I don't know how you guys do that shit, the boosting shit, but I definitely appreciate it. Oh, there she is. There's the Unseen Bling Queen. Make sure you give her a follow. I did mention her earlier. And the Kingpin himself, Miami the Great. You can follow them on both of their regular X pages. Follow DWE television page as well. And Talk It Up podcast on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to Talk It Up podcast. They go live on DW radios, usually on Saturdays. But it's live on Spotify, Twitch, YouTube, and X as well. Always great content between them two. They're definitely a great team together. So, and if you guys missed it earlier, the rundown was really great, phenomenal tonight with Greg and one of the newest members of DWE, and one of my longtime friends, Kyle the Man Anthony, who will be finally coming on the EVP show for Clash of Italy for the prediction show. So make sure you guys tune in this coming Saturday to DWE Radio. Raw was decent. I gave it a 5 Final Boss Baby because, like I said, it wasn't really about like the storylines. Like, I think the crowd killed a lot of it tonight for me personally. Like, I think the Soul Io stuff was good. The Roman stuff was obviously good. The Vision stuff was okay, but I mean, there was some. I liked the Dominic match. I thought it was fine. I don't know why they're not starting a new feud for Liv. With Italy only a couple of weeks away. But yeah. It was okay. I'll give it at least a 5. I'm probably not going to go any higher than that, though. Shout out to Unseen Bling, CFO of DWE. Shout out to 1,190 people we have watching live. Shout out to Ethan Page, no pop. He didn't get any pop tonight, which was very strange. I do think they're going to put the top. I think that I'm going to see how it goes next week. Because like I said, that crowd there tonight was just fucking... And that's crazy because Tennessee is normally like a big wrestling town. Like, I was really surprised the crowd was terrible. Like, absolutely. Yeah, it was. It was dead solid. Shout out to Raymond as well. Good to see you, Bento. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Shout out to Famous Davis. As always, I told you, make sure you follow him and Nap God on X and the Smoke Session podcast on X and on YouTube. Give them a subscription on YouTube. I forgot the Lakers and the Thunder were on. This might be LeBron James' last game. Appreciate the compliment, Famous Davis. I try to do what I can do. Shout out to Nap God as well. The Smoke Session podcast. Make sure you follow them on X and subscription on YouTube. And After the Slam podcast. I did not forget to mention him as well. Make sure you follow After the Slam on X and YouTube as well. Shout out to Def Comedy Jam, Zaddy Nap, You guys are funny as shit. Too much ads for it was a lot of ads tonight. I give it about a 5, maybe a 6 tops. Hopefully it gets better. Like I said, they backed themselves kind of into a corner. See, back-to-back PLEs. I mean, Saturday Night Main Event really not a PLE, but they gotta still put matches out there. I think they do 4. I don't think they're gonna do any of that. I don't think they're gonna have really any big matches. I don't think. I think they're gonna save the big, huge matches for Italy. It's the first time they're gonna have a PLE over there. So I expect Cody Gunther, Roman Jacob. I would think they'd probably do Soul Becky there. Hoping Liv defends there as well. Appreciate you now, God. Thank you so much, brother. And thank you again for coming on the Backlash show. Thank you guys for pumping up the numbers, helping me out tonight. Appreciate you guys. But I've shout out everyone that's come in. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the outro, guys. This has been your Raw Recap Show live here on the EVP Show, May 11th, 2026, Monday night. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the outro, and I'll be back to tell you where you can find me on my socials, what I have coming up for you for the rest of this week. Thank you again to everybody that tuned in.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, show recap prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right. Once again, this has been your Raw Recap Show brought to you by the EVP Show as a part of DWE Television. So thank you for tuning in on Monday, May 11th, 2026. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, everybody that helped promote this stream tonight. Make sure you guys, if you go back and watch this live on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're already subscribed, turn that notification bell on. That way you know when I'm going live, which is at least 5 times a week. And on PLE weeks, it's 7 days. I stream all 7 days on PLE weeks. So, all right. So as far as my socials go, on X, you can. I would go ahead and take all my links are in my bio. And on every one of my social media platforms, you can find my YouTube channel in the bio. But on X, you can find me at EVPCJP. And if you're following me, if you're already following me, or if you do send me a follow, I'll follow you back, which I will. Go up to the top of my page. You can see my YouTube channel pinned at the very top. Share with your friends. Just hit the retweet button. My goal is to get to 300 subscribers by SummerSlam. It's realistic. We still got 4 months. I'm only about 70 plus away, I guess. 70 something away from 300. That's the ultimate goal, is to try to gain subscribers. But YouTube and TKO is making it really hard on the content creators right now. So I don't want to get too high, but 300 will be my ultimate goal by SummerSlam. So yeah, that's my X handle. Instagram is also a business account, so you can see it in bold italic. You can find me at EVPCJP and lowercase on Instagram. On TikTok, you can find me at Brady the Goat 21. Again, that's at Brady BRADY Goat 21 on TikTok. Instagram and TikTok, it's just nothing but promotional videos or the upcoming stream that Miami or Greg make, which they do a phenomenal job with. Shout out to Nikita Lyons yesterday. She literally retweeted my LFG post. Not only did she retweet it twice on Twitter, she commented, and then her mother on Instagram actually went in and liked and commented on a couple of the videos that Miami made. And then she followed me. Her and Nikita both followed me on Instagram. So shout out to Nikita Lyons for that. We hit 1K. We're over 1K. We're at 1,335. We're way over 1K. But yeah, shout out to Nikita Lyons. Like I said, she did help a lot yesterday. She she was retweeting everything when it came, because obviously she was on the thumbnail. So shout out to Nikita Lyons. She will be on NXT tomorrow night. She has a match. She's teaming with Zarya tomorrow night. Appreciate you, Famous Davis. Yes, we're definitely over. And I did follow you guys' podcast page on X. I got to get around to doing that, I think. Maybe making a separate X page for just my YouTube channel, but it's just too much shit to keep up with. I have too many social media platforms to do. So appreciate you, brother. I really do, honestly. Thank you, guys. But last but not least, most importantly, please hit that like and subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed and you are looking for my YouTube channel, and you can't find it on any of those 3 social media platforms, which I don't know why you couldn't, but if you can't, you just go into the search bar up top and type in at the EVP show. You can find it there live. So yeah, once you get there, hit that subscribe button. You'll see I've probably done about 920 live videos, somewhere in that area. So I'm rapidly approaching the 1,000 live videos, which is absolutely fucking crazy that I've done that many videos. That's a lot of lives. There's a lot of shorts. I haven't been putting out as many lately. Obviously, I like saving them for the prediction shows and the recap shows, the PLEs and stuff like that. But I am going to get around and start doing more shorts. There are a lot of shorts on there. Yeah, make sure you share with your friends. Hit the retweet button for me on X. Try to help me get to 300 subscribers by SummerSlam. That's the ultimate goal. All right, so what I have coming up next for you guys, I will be back tomorrow night, which started Tuesday on the East Coast. Not here. I'm not on the East Coast right now, but it's Tuesday on the East Coast. But tomorrow night, which is Tuesday for me, at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, come join me for the NXT recap show. And then Wednesday will be my first day off in 10 days. I'm going to be enjoying that, but I will be tuned into the smoke session with the interview with D'Lo Brown. So make sure you guys tune into that. I will be locked into that to support those guys as well and listen to D'Lo Brown. What's going on, Peter? Good to see you coming in right at the end. But Wednesday, there's no stream for me Wednesday. I will just be watching the smoke session with D'Lo Brown on Wednesday night, I believe. I don't know what time. I have to go back and look. Damn, we hit 1,401 people. That's crazy. So Wednesday night, no stream, but I'm back Thursday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for the TNA recap show. And then Friday night, come join me again at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for your SmackDown recap show. And then Saturday, like I said, make sure you tune in to DW Radio and Inside the Mind on, I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays with Miami at 6 p.m. I'm pretty sure he's still doing it twice a week. That's hard for me to keep up with everybody's schedules because I'm so damn busy as well. But definitely check out Inside the Mind with Miami as he goes through everything that's going on with the football. Obviously, me and Miami will be coming back once the NFL starts for the NFL recap show weekly that we did a whole season of last year. This will be season 2 with me and Miami, which we were absolutely killing, and we're gonna crush it this season. So looking forward to that. But Friday night, like I said, 11:30 p.m. Eastern is SmackDown recap. Saturday I'm off, but I will be tuned in to DW Radio on Saturday. Make sure you guys tune in to that. And Sunday, come join me again for the 4th week of Doubleheader Sunday. Come join me first Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time for Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP episode number 21. Crazy, 21 episodes in. And then come back later that night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for the LFG Season 3 episode number 4 recap show. We're on episode number 4. So looking forward to another week of LFG as it's flying by. We're already a month in to LFG. With that being said, guys, this has been your Raw Recap Show live on the EVP show. Monday, May 11th, 2026. I am the EVP from the EVP Show and the Golden Boy. Cody, I know you're listening. I'm the Golden Boy. I know you put it on your profile, but I am the only Golden Boy of DWE. And if you're not with DWE, what are you doing? Because it is the place to be. Good night, everyone, and I will see you guys tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the NXT Recap Show. Thank you again to the 1,465 people that tuned in tonight. Good night, everyone.